Wishing you a happy birthday, quarantine birthday. So we're trying to think of creative things to do. Happy birthday. Thanks for all you do for us.
Today we are going to show you our favorite thing we did with you, and we're going to do our favorite trick you taught us how to do. So I'm going to go first. So my favorite thing was when we went on that date, and I loved it, and I tripped with my dress, and you helped me, and we just danced. So this is what you taught me how to do. So I could do a cartwheel already, but it was harder with my hand when I heard it, and I couldn't do any cartwheels, and I really wanted to do cartwheels. So here we go. Happy birthday, Dad!
Hattie,
Hudson, your turn.
can you say happy birthday, Dad?
Happy birthday, Dad. Hudson.
You want to say your favorite
Happy
memory?
birthday, Dad. Hudson, tell him you left when you were on our cruise, and tell him your favorite trick that he taught you how to do.
Corbs, can you say happy birthday, Dad?
Yeah. Happy birthday!
Say love you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, Dad. Happy birthday to you and all.
My story about Matt has to do with his reputation for losing everything. Yeah, I think it started when Matt was a senior, and he came home and he said, I have to run and borrow some books from somebody because I've got our finals are coming up. And we said, where's your books? He goes, well, I lost my book bag about halfway through my senior year, and I can never find it, but so I have to go borrow books to get through and study to get the test. Never found his book bag, never seemed to bother him, and he did quite well in high school. Not sure if he ever had to pay for any of those books. He never asked for any money. Then when he got to college, he had a car up there, and he used to drive some people back and forth. And it was one of the vacations that were coming up. It was either spring break or Thanksgiving vacation or whatever. And he was supposed to bring a whole group of kids home, and he stuck around to play basketball. And when he got done, he couldn't find his keys. So one of the parents had to drive up, pick up the kids, bring them back home. The next day, I had to go get a key made, drive it up there, and hopefully it worked, and it did, to bring his car back. And the last story was with regard to when he was playing basketball at St. John's, and they were going to take a trip to China. He was sick the night before the trip was to go take place, and he was late. He hadn't packed yet, so he's sick, and his mom's trying to pack all his clothes, and she goes, well, where's your wallet with your license in it? He said, I don't know. So he's supposed to fly out the next day, doesn't have his license, so he starts calling around at 10:30 at night, and Justin Wild, thank God they found it in a couch of theirs, or he would have never got on the plane to go to China. But the good thing about Matt is, during all these situations, he never panicked. He always kept his sense of humor, and his attitude was, they'll turn up someplace. Happy birthday, Matt, and many more. We love you.
Well, I'm going to tell you about a time in Matt's life when he was about somewhere between 3 and 4 years old and going to Montessori school in Edina. And Matt could be a very stubborn little boy, and he liked to choose his own clothes, and he really had 2 outfits that he wore. One was the Minnesota Twins outfit, and the other one was what we termed his Michael P. Keaton outfit. And some of you may remember that Michael P. Keaton was on Family Ties, and one of his outfits was a sport coat, white shirt, tie, and dress pants. And Matt would complement that outfit with one of Dan's very old briefcases that was almost as big as he was, and that's how he would go to Montessori school. Well, one day I came to school, and the teacher said, come here, you just have to look at this. And she was just laughing. And we walked in the door, and over half of the little boys were dressed in white shirt, ties. Some had sport coats on, most had dress pants on. And she goes, I think Matt has started a new trend in this school. She goes, I think people are just going to start dressing up a little bit more because of Matt. Well, I guess when I reflect back on that, it should be no surprise that Matt now has a career where he has to influence people to make an income. And I guess maybe allowing him to dress this way and do what he needed to do when he was little helped him in his future career. So anyway, Matt, happy birthday. You've given us a lot of great stories and a lot of great memories. So God bless you. We love you. Many, many more birthdays.
Hi, Matt. I wanted to share a little bit of my perspective of you for your birthday tribute. When I first started dating Jen, I had heard this lore of Forgetful Matt, as it came to be known, and I was like, there seems to be a lot of stories about Matt forgetting stuff, but it didn't compute to me because I'm like, this guy works at Allianz, and you got to be pretty bright and have a good memory if you're going to be successful there. So it just didn't seem to add up until we were about 20 miles outside of Lake Chautauqua, and I found myself elbow deep in a snowbank looking for your wallet, that I realized that there was definitely something to this story. And you've proven it over the course of time that this is something that is habitual, including Arizona last year when we all got to the bar and you had to Uber home to go get your ID. So, love you, man. Happy birthday. Enjoy the day with the family. See you soon.
So my story is about Matt when he is, I think, 4 years old, so Huddy's age. So Huddy, I hope you enjoy this one. As everybody knows, I love dogs. I wanted a dog since I could remember. And one night on the way to the cabin, my parents stopped to have us meet this dog, Whitey, and there may be a possibility of us getting him. So we're there with the owners, and Whitey is doing his showing off, which those of you who know Whitey know how he shows off. He likes to run in circles around a room. And as he's doing this, we're all standing there, the owners and all of us, Nate, Matt, Mom and Dad and me, and Matt stands up and opens his legs up and yells, "Run through my balls, Whitey, run through my balls." And we all just stood there. And I will just say that we got out of there fast, and we got out of there with Whitey. So thank you, Matt. I don't know if you knew it. You were a salesman or a negotiator right away, but Mom and Dad wanted to get out of there so fast. There was no discussion. We had the dog, and Whitey was ours. So thank you. And Huddy, if you want to try that with peso, run through my balls, peso, run through my balls. But anyway, Matt, happy birthday again. So hoping we can get out there this summer to see everybody and celebrate properly. But no matter what, thanks for making us laugh and keeping us entertained for all these years. There wasn't a lack of stories to tell about you. So love you very much.
See you guys soon. Happy birthday, little pony.
Well, happy 36th birthday, Matt. I actually had to do some math to figure out what number it was. That's when you know you are officially old, when someone has to do math to determine your actual age. And then I had to figure out how old I was on top of it. So, not a good start. A couple stories, just thinking about anything that I didn't use for your best man speech. But the two stories that jumped into my head are both from when we were actually involved, Mom and Dad, both when we were little. The first being both happening in our bedroom when we used to share a room. The first being the time that I think we were in some sort of fight, and I don't remember who it was, but one of us threw, I believe it was a banana at the other person, and it hit about 3/4 the way up the wall and stuck to the wall. And approximately the same time, Dad came flying in through the door, yelling at us. I think he was, I don't know if he was yelling at us to get in bed or what, but he was standing there yelling at us, and he did not see the banana stuck on the wall. It was slowly sliding down the wall, and the two of us could not contain ourselves. We were laughing so hard as soon as he left the room. We were peeing our pants laughing because he never saw the banana stuck to the side of the wall, or stuck to the wall. And then the other one involved Mom, same deal. We were in the bedroom. We were playing one-on-one on the little tiny hoop in the in our bedroom, and one of us completely sideswiped the other one and tackled. I don't remember who it was, but pushed the other person into the desk and knocked over the shelving that sat on top of the desk that had all kinds of books and piggy banks and trinkets on it, and that completely fell off, came crashing down, and everything came crashing down with it on top of us. And Mom came flying in and didn't check to see if we were all right, didn't ask, had zero concern for our well-being. She went over to the basketball hoop and ripped it clean off the wall. She was not happy. Just when she ripped it, she ripped the entire hoop off, and she ripped the wallpaper right with it because it was stuck with some sort of adhesive, and just left a huge patch in the wall. And you and I were laying basically underneath the shelving and all this stuff. And again, as soon as she left, we were crying. We were laughing so hard. So those are my two stories. I hope you have a great COVID birthday, and happy 36th.
Who is that? Chucky? Is that Chucky? Just a mummy. Big Dog's almost 40, literally, aka Matt Ohm is not home, aka the old E. Happy birthday, Matthew. Miss you. Love you. Be well. Say hi to the fam. When this is all over, we'll get a beer at Heartbreakers. Or, well, we'll get a beer at Heartbreakers before, and then we'll have some nice Gopher tailgates with the whole fam. Happy birthday, buddy. See you soon.
Hey man, happy birthday. I don't have a story. I feel like all the stories from college and living with you for 4 years have been rehashed and retold numerous times. So instead, I thought it would be fun to reflect on a memory. And the memory that came to mind first for me was this photo that someone took of us day one in Tommy 409 after Gideon moved in. And that day is still like incredibly memorable for me. And maybe it's because that photo is something that stuck with us for a while, and I can still picture. I had a shaved head that first day. I think that was part of the Van Bockel send-off to boot camp, but I looked ridiculous. We had our lanyards, our typical freshman lanyards around our neck with the IDs and the keys attached to it. The move-in was pretty seamless thanks to our dads and the help. We obviously had the iconic SJU TV stand that disguised as our alcohol cabinet, which you brilliantly designed and we, I think, crafted together. And then the Velcro, the industrial strength Velcro that you whipped out and started Velcroing everything from posters that could have been hung with Scotch tape to TV remotes and keyboards and whatever you could come up with, you industrial strength Velcroed, which turned out at the end of the year to be a little bit of a mistake since it took more with it upon removal, paint and other things. So that became a little bit of an issue on the back end, not surprisingly. But I think back to that moment, and if I were to go back in time and be able to relive from one moment forward, I think that would be the moment I would choose, not to necessarily do anything differently, but just to relive everything and experience those memories again. So hopefully that brings a smile to your face on your birthday, as it did for me, just thinking and reflecting on it. Wish I could be with you on your birthday, but hopefully we'll be able to celebrate soon in person. Cheers.
Hey, Omi. Remember when you were 16, we said, Big Dog's almost 20. You turned 21, we gave you a call and said, Big Dog's almost 30. when you turn 30, it was Big Dog's almost 40, so I'm not going to do it right now. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say Big Dog's almost 50. It's too real. Those headlights are getting too bright. Instead, I want to say, hey, Matt, keep those Mick Goldens cold. Look forward to sharing some with you when this craziness is over. And hope you have a great birthday. Row the boat, Sky Yuma, go Johnnies.
Slomi, hope you're doing well, man. This quarantine with children is brutal, isn't it? Just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. I wish right now we were at the Reef, pulling up in the front parking spot with my all-access parking pass and just devouring cereal, pancakes, French toast after a night of excessive drinking. And I miss hearing you say, shall we? After you're the only one done in the entire group. And then I think we went home and would just nap. And then maybe wake up and play Mario Kart. I miss those days sometimes. And I wish I was there with you, celebrating your birthday. But we'll have to do a real celebration once we're out of this. So I hope you have a great time, whatever you end up doing. And, God, you're old, by the way. You must be 37? I don't know how old you are, Matt. You're always like 3 years older than everybody. It's weird. But have a good one, man. Talk to you later.
Slomi, happy birthday, you old dog. Just know I can't wait to fill up a hot tub with you. We've been working on it a long time, and there's nobody else I'd rather try to fill it up with. Hope you have a great one. Hope we can start filling that thing up together soon. Take care. Love you. Enjoy.